Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to episode 33 of MyDenmarkTV.com. You guys have been great in getting in touch with us so far, and we're going to incorporate a lot of your really good ideas into future episodes. Today, however, we're going to show you how to spot a bargain. Liyuan's going to be out and about and seeing if those savvy shoppers have been able to withstand the recession. She'll also get her skates on to enjoy the most of the winter weather, and we'll see if you're brave enough to take a chilly dip. But first, did you know that despite the fact inflation went up in Denmark by about 1.3% last year, the average salary rose by about 2.9%, so we're not doing bad despite the recession. Now, the holidays may be over, but there is still something to look forward to. That's right, shopping. If you're in Denmark in the month of January, you'll be in luck because most of the sales last all month, not just the first few days. All you have to do is look out for the word "usel," like here, to spot a bargain. Now, if you come somewhere like Strøget, which is here, and is of course the longest pedestrian shopping street in Europe, there'll be plenty of bargains to be found. And remember, check out all the different shops. Don't be afraid to try a few because they have dozens and dozens of clothes and shoe shops. Now, us non-Danes will recognise that the price of clothes, especially in Denmark, is quite high. But it is the only place I would buy my winter gear because they definitely know how to wrap up warm around here. As you may have guessed, temperatures have plummeted in Denmark, much like the rest of Europe. Snow, ice, minus 15 Celsius, but that hasn't stopped some diehards from taking to the water, even in weather like this. Now, of course, it's getting late. We haven't been able to find anybody in person who's crazy enough to go swimming in the water at night. And it does look pretty chilly down there. But we have found out some more information about this unusual pastime in case any of you at home would like to give it a try. Winter bathing is seen as a very healthy thing in Denmark, and there are about 11,000 registered enthusiasts nationwide. I even saw some kids as young as 8 on the news the other night going for a dip in their local frozen pond with their teachers and parents. Crazy, I know. But if you want to give it a try, experts do have some recommendations. You should never swim alone, especially if you're a beginner, and try not to jump straight into the deep cold water because the shock could be quite dangerous. Instead, maybe go in slowly from a beach, or if you're city swimming, you could walk down the steps like they have in harbours and canals over here. There are lots of clubs you can join nationwide if you want to try out this pastime, and most of them have the added advantage of changing room facilities and a lovely warm sauna you can hop into after your chilly dip. If you want to get in touch with a club near you, check out the website vinterbadning.dk. Now, of course, it is in Danish, but it's pretty easy to recognise the contact details, whether it be email or phone number. Now, I'll be honest, I'm willing to try most things for this show, but I'm not taking a dip in there. So I'm going to go inside and warm up with some hot chocolate. And meanwhile, Liyuan's going to take over and talk to some people about how they're dealing with the recession.
In 2009, we all learned a new word: global financial crisis. Denmark wasn't hit as hard as many other countries, but Denmark is still in a recession. So will 2010 signal a new beginning or a deeper crisis? Let's go find out what people think. Did you feel a financial crisis last year?
Not personally, but that just has to do with my personal situation, which actually got better. But of course I could feel the crisis in society as a whole, but it hasn't affected me negatively.
Not personal, but a lot in my family has been very close to it.
How? Do you have a good example?
Yes, a good example is that a bank actually went down, and that cost someone in my family a lot of money.
Not really. Besides the price of my housing going down.
Sure, every entrepreneur has found that crisis. Yeah.
How?
Well, some of the investments I've made have not turned out as they should have. But overall, we've restructured the companies, and that means we're in a much better position now for 2010 and beyond.
Well, I haven't felt it because I work for a state-employed company. So I'm state-employed.
Okay.
So I haven't felt it.
What about you?
I haven't felt it until now because I've been also employed in a dance company, but now I'm freelance dancer and there's not as much jobs now as it was before the crisis.
Okay. What do you think about the future? It's gonna be better or it's gonna be worse?
Definitely. It's just now it can't go down because we've been at the end of it. So I think it's just going to go up from here.
And you think?
Well, I've been positive, but now when I see that it's going worse again in Iceland, where I've been living before, and I can sense it from there. So I want to be positive, but maybe it's going to fall a little bit more before it goes up again.
I think for many ordinary people it's still going to be worse. I think that people will still be losing their jobs, even though the economy on the big level might be turning around. I don't think we'll see any positive effects on the streets for the next year. Maybe 2011.
It's going to get better. We can already see it's getting better, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
pleasure.
Thank you. So that was the last interview. It seems like some people are quite optimistic, some are still very pessimistic. Okay, enough serious topics. Let's go check out something fun. I'm standing at a street called Hyhavn. It's actually not very far from Liyuan. You might remember Liyuan from the early episode 13, where we interviewed Sabina about Danish drinking culture. And in episode 16, Katie told you a very special Danish culture called peppermint. When the weather is so cold like this, I would like to stay indoors, make some warm chocolate and watch a movie. But there's one outdoor activity I always have to do it in the winter. That's ice skating. You know, guys, it actually might be a very bad idea to skiing today. It's so cold. My lipstick was frozen and Vladimir had warm camera for 20 minutes to get the camera to start. Oh my god. Hope you enjoy the show.
Wow, I hope Liyuan didn't hurt herself in the last segment. We'll have to have a skating competition sometime just to see how well we all do. It's not fair she's the only one who has to fall down. Anyway, this week's question comes from Pelagia Bardanis, who's a doctor in Greece and wants to know how well doctors, especially from the EU, are integrated into the Danish healthcare system if they come here. Well, Pelagia, I'm not an expert and I won't pretend to be. However, we have found out some information for you. Even if you are from the EU, you'll have to get special authorization from the National Board of Health here in Denmark. They'll require you to show original documentation showing your original training and experience. And as for the Danish language, it's not a requirement in order to get the authorization, but they do require you to be able to communicate effectively with patients. So many healthcare professionals, when they do come here, they take a crash course in the language. The process itself takes about 3 months in total to get the authorization, and we recommend you check out the New to Denmark website and the National Board of Health website for more information. Now, that's it for this week, and we're going to go inside and get warm because it's been pretty chilly. But next week, we're going to look outside the borders of the Kingdom of Denmark to the neighbours of the north. Until then, bye-bye. Forward to. That's right. Shopping. Sorry.
I can't. Okay, I will try to skate a little bit. Okay, don't laugh at me. I'm really not good at this. Ah! Don't laugh.